Looks like nobody ranks around here. Well, it's my guess the fork to the right is the one that leads to the Gonzalez Rancho.
Yeah, trail to the right shows most travel.
What, Hoppy? Ain't Wendy smart? He figured that out all by himself.
You're darn tootin'. Why, I've been trailing ever since I... Hey, are you trying to be sarcastic? You long, lean, hungry-looking galoot. If we left it for you to decide, we'd probably be riding around in circles, end up back in the States.
Ah, stop it, both of you. You'll ask this old Mexican woodcutter and make sure.
All right, Windbag, here's a chance to show off some of that Mexican palaver you've been bragging about knowing.
Oh, you think I can, eh? Then you listen. Hey, you! You talk Mexican?
Mexican?
Yeah, Mexican. Do you talk it?
No sabe.
That's the most ignorant cuss I ever seen in all my life. He don't even talk his own language.
Wendy, you and your education.
Well, if you're so darn smart, why don't you talk to him in Mexican?
All right, I will. Hey, hombre, where's the old rancho of Don Carlos Gonzalez?
No sabe.
You're right, Wendy. He not only doesn't speak his own language, but he doesn't understand it.
Amigo.
¿Qué manda usted, señor?
¿Cuál es el camino al rancho de Don Carlos González?
Camino a la derecha, señor.
Gracias.
De nada, señor.
He says it's the trail to the right. Come on, boys.
Come here, Burke. I want to talk to you.
Did anything happen, Chief?
Plenty. Everything's working just as I planned. I met Cassidy on the trail, and I even directed him to the Gonzalez Rancho. Get the men together and have them cover the pass from the south. We can be expecting Gonzalez along any time now.
Con su permiso, Senor Coronel. Is it your pleasure to stay here during the heat of the day?
No, my father's rancho is still a long ride to the north. And when one receives a message from Hopalong Cassidy to meet him there on a certain day of this month, pues, sin falta one meets him there. Especially when he say it is a matter of life and death. Vámonos.
You men cover the pass. Whatever you do, take the colonel alive.
Amigo, where we find Senor Gonzalez? Gracias.
Gentlemen, I am Carlos Gonzalez.
My name is Hopalong Cassidy.
Welcome to the Rancho Gonzalez, Senor Cassidy. My son, the Colonel, has spoke of you so much that I feel I already know you.
Thank you, sir. These are my friends, Wendy Halliday and Lucky Jenkins.
Caballeros, my home is yours. Pancho, encárgate de los caballos.
Oh, you better not put those horses away till I have a talk with the colonel and see why he sent for me.
My son sent for you to come here?
Yes.
But I do not understand, Senor Cassidy. My son is on duty in San Luis. Many days ride to the south from here. And he's been there for months.
That's funny. I got a note from him at the bar 20 about a week ago asking me to meet him here on the 15th. Said it was a matter of life or death.
A matter of life and death indeed, senor. This countryside for so many years had been so peaceful that one almost wishes the return of the good old days when there was fighting to be done.
Maybe there will be.
Senor Cassidy, I want you to meet Elena.
How do you do?
Elena is the self-appointed guardian of the Gonzalez family. We greatly appreciate their interest in the shooting. Your friends, please.
This is Lucky, and where are you? Oh, this is Wendy.
It's a pleasure.
Senores.
Thank you.
Qué guapo eres.
¡Ay, Pancho! ¡Vente! Bueno.
Muchachos.
Elena, tabacos. You will have a smoke, Senor Cassidy.
No, thanks. I never smoke.
Senor Lucky?
No, thank you.
Well, you will smoke, no?
Yeah, I'll try one. Oh, stogie. Yeah.
You know, my son is always speaking about this wonderful horse that you have.
Yeah. Would you like to see him now?
Oh, I would very much. May I?
Sure.
Chatita.
Yes, Father?
Well, you call her Pug Nose.
Yes, my pet name. Her name is Anita. My daughter. Anita, I want you to meet a very good friend of your brother's, Senor Hopalong Cassidy.
I am more than delighted to know you, Senor. For hours I have sat and listened while my brother talked of your exploits. He said you were wonderful. Never has he known such a man.
Well, I'm afraid he give me a lot the best of it.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Senora Leeds. And this is the Senora Janet Leeds, a companion of my daughter. She is an American like yourself.
How do you do, Mr. Cassidy?
How do you do, ma'am? These are my friends, Wendy Halliday and Lucky Jenkins.
How you do, ma'am?
How do you do?
I don't know what we're down here for, miss, but I'm sure glad we came.
He's starting again, Hoppy. Looks like we'll have to rope and hog tie him.
Don't pay any attention to him, miss. Why, me and Hoppy just brought him along because there wasn't anyone to play nursemaid that can tank this old cuss back on the ranch.
I'll nursemaid you.
Stop it, both of you. Please don't pay any attention to them. This goes on all the time. It don't mean anything, though. They're really the best of friends. Why, Wendy practically raised Lucky.
Begins to look like I didn't do a very good job of it, neither.
We'd better go see the horse. Would you like to come?
Oh, I would love to. Oh, but I must change for dinner. Perdónenme.
And you, Senora Leeds, would you come with us?
If you don't mind, I think I'll rest a while. I'm not used to strenuous riding. I'll see you all at dinner.
Senores?
Wonderful, Elena.
Most wonderful, señorita. Muy simpático. Él fuma el cigarros like my first husband.
He's just like the Colonel said he was. Big and strong. And handsome.
Fine, strong, handsome. Even the beard I like. So distinguished. Muy hermoso.
Beard? Senor Cassidy has no beard.
But chiquita, I'm not talking to Senor Cassidy. No? It's a Senor Bloy.
Oh, Elena, otra vez.
Chiquita, he reminds me of my fourth husband, Jose. The same figures.
See?
The same crotch. El mismo valor.
Oh, Elena.
Oh, ando chiquito.
Pancho, don't unsaddle my horse. I've got to ride out again. I lost something on the trail.
What makes you so sure this Mexican colonel's going to show up?
Colonel Gonzalez wouldn't ignore a message from Cassidy, and since this is the day of the meeting, we can expect Gonzalez along anytime.
Who can that be?
That's my sister. You've come to tell me that Cassidy's arrived at the rancho, haven't you?
Yes, How did you know?
Spoke to him on the trail hours ago.
If he'd recognized you, he'd have killed you.
My gun was covering him every minute.
Well, then why didn't you shoot and get it over with?
My dear sister, I refuse to go over that again. We're here because I have a personal score to settle with Cassidy and young Gonzales. And I intend doing it in my own way, is that understood?
Yes, my dear brother. But I do wish you wouldn't make me go through with this.
So you're weakening?
Please listen to me. What I asked you to do is only for your own good. Have you, forgotten the last time you encountered Mr. Cassidy?
Reminding me of how close he came to putting a noose around my neck seems to please you.
You're mistaken and you know it. Just for revenge, you're willing to sacrifice not only your future, but mine.
This time I'm not making any mistakes. And while we're on the subject of advice, see that you don't fall for that manufactured smile of Cassidy's.
My only interest in Mr. Cassidy is to help you. Now, let's do what we have to as quickly as possible and get out of this country. I'm getting so I can't look the Gonzales family in the face.
I'll settle with young Gonzales first. If you're so anxious to get away, your job is to get Cassidy to my cabin. But don't, whatever you do, underestimate him. He's very, very smart.
I was smart enough to help you escape from prison after he put you there. Just leave my part of the job to me.
Anything wrong?
No. Step by step, I've been making my plans for a year.
But suppose this Mr. Cassidy don't stick around.
I know Cassidy. When he learns his friend Gonzales has been killed, he'll stay at the rancho till he finds the killer or dies himself. And I'm very sure it will be the latter.
You got everything all figured out. That's the colonel.
Come back here. Pick him up. Take his gun. I've waited almost a year for this meeting, Colonel.
So, it is the fox who rides again, huh?
But this time I hold the trump cards.
See? See, it is the fortunes of war.
Are you wondering why I didn't kill you when you first rode in?
Perhaps I can guess, senor. It was because you wished me to know who was my executioner. Is it not so?
Exactly. You see, you and Cassidy outsmarted me once, and I wanted you to know that I was the smartest after all.
Pues, who knows, my friend? Even though Gonzales die, there may be others who will prove more smart than you in the end.
If there are, you won't be alive to see it happen.
Es la suerte. Los Mexicanos, my people, have a saying, senor. Every man he dies sometime. What difference does it make when? Or where? Or how? Get it over with, senor.
Al, come here. As soon as it's dark, you'll ride to the rancho.
Siento en mi corazón dicha de un gran querer. Oye, mi negra linda, escucha mi cantar. Indeed, you are divine,
when the stars they do shine.
Oye mi negra linda, escucha mi cantar.
Blow your men on my dreams. You should be my fit husband, it seems.
Ay, amor de mi vida, escucha mi Muchachita, vamos a bailar, oye el ritmo que lindo está, está claro el mar del tiempo, el bongo suena sin cesar. Muchachita, vamos a bailar, mira negro no puedo estar, saboreando esta rumbita, muchachita, ven de bailar. Las marrazas, chiquichi. El bongo suena sin cesar. Muchachita, vamos a bailar, oye el ritmo que lindo está, hasta clave porque el tiempo anda negro, vamos a bailar.
Bravo, Anita.
Thank you.
That is really a beautiful love song.
Oh, thank you.
And who is the man you're in love with?
Oh, well, that is only in the song.
Anita,
Yes, Father.
you must not tire our guests with these songs.
Oh, but they're such nice songs, senor.
Ah, Elena is calling us. Senora Leeds. Senor Cassidy, you please.
It'll be a pleasure to have you escort me to dinner.
Oh, Senora Leeds, Father should have the honor of escorting you to dinner.
Senor Lucky, will you please do me the honor? Anita, my daughter.
Don Carlos tells me you're from the East.
I was raised there. I came down here for my health.
You like it here?
After 6 months, I don't think I ever want to go back again.
Ah, this part of the country does kind of get under your skin. That's an odd ring you're wearing.
It is rather unusual. It's an heirloom. It's been in my family for generations. I've never seen another quite like it.
Oh, it is pretty.
Senora Leeds. Senor Cassidy. I hope my guests will forgive the dinner, the poor dinner we're about to serve.
Well, if you will forgive us for the clothes we're wearing, we certainly forgive you.
Oh, very well. Then we meet on a 50-50 basis, you Americanos say. Friendship. Where is your friend, Senor Windy?
Why, he's,
Oh, he's coming.
What have you been up to?
Who, me? I haven't done anything. Someone took his clothes while he was taking a bath and forgot to bring back his pants.
Looks like Wendy's gonna have to eat his dinner in his room.
It's what you think. He says pants or no pants, he's coming down here to find out who took his clothes.
Oh, Lucky. Go on, stop him before he...
Oh, it's too late now. Here he comes.
I get my hand on him off like this here, dog. Any man to take a man's pants and leave something like this ought to be hung.
Look at him, Hoppy.
I'm afraid to.
Where do I sit?
Aquí, senora, please.
Please, Senor Windy, do not bless the ears down. I'm the guilty one. It was I who took your pants.
You took them? What for?
To clean them. I thought it would be nice. They were so dirty, so dusty. Ooh.
Well, bring them back.
That is impossible, Senor. That I cannot do. While I was washing, they fell in the creek. Senor Blowy.
My name ain't Blowy. It's Windy. Windy Holiday Esquire.
Senor Windy, You look nice with those clothes. They ever belong to my third husband, Pedro.
Pedro, look nice. I feel like a blasted idiot. What did he use this shawl for?
For cold nights, mira. Que guapo.
Oh, it's a muffler. Well, why didn't you say so?
Senor Duende, you must not feel this way. Look at yourself in the mirror.
Oh, I don't want to look in no looking glass.
You see? In these clothes you are most handsome.
Hey, I look pretty slick, don't I?
Just like the Gran Caballero.
Yes, sir. You give me a guitar and I'd be a regular Don Giovanni or whatever you call him.
A regular Don Juan. Yes, Elena?
Si, señorita.
Looks more like something that goes with an organ grinder.
Hey, are you trying to incinerate Sutton?
Oh, come on, sit down, eat your dinner.
And now, my American friends, to you I dedicate this toast. May we all know each other a long time, in peace and in happiness.
To your health and happiness, sir.
Gracias, señor. Señor.
Wendy, Lucky, get our horses saddled and call out Don Carlos's men.
Oh, what is the matter, senor? What is wrong?
I don't know. It might have something to do with the note I got.
Senor Cassidy. But I do not understand. What is the matter?
That's what we're going to find out.
Got them all ready for you, Hoppy.
All right. Vámonos, muchachos.
My son, he is dead, Senor Cassidy.
Don Carlos, I'll never rest till I find the man that did this. Wendy?
Yes?
You ride back to the rancho with Don Carlos.
Yes, sir.
Lucky, you and some of the boys come with me. We'll see if we can pick up a trail.
I think it is useless tonight, Senor Cassidy. In the nearby mountains, there are many places an army could hide for months.
Won't hurt to have a look around anyhow.
Cassidy.
Hoppy, you go ahead. I'm going to fix my saddle.
All right.
Senor Cassidy. You have found the trail?
No, senor. Whoever did that was too smart to leave any tracks. But we're not beaten yet. I found a note to the colonel, like the one I got, telling him to meet me here. I didn't send that.
Oh, but that can tell you nothing. The note.
It tells me this, that whoever got the colonel is out to get me too. Your boy was trying to tell us something last night when he wrote those letters Z-O-R in the sand. Did you ever know anyone whose name started with Z-O-R?
No.
Are there a lot of Spanish words start with Z-O-R?
Yeah? There's Sorsal.
Yeah, I know that one. Some kind of a bird like a thrush. But I don't see where that would have anything to do with this case.
Soronglon is mean heavy and lazy. And there's sorrow, meaning fox.
Wait a minute. Sorrow. Fox. I wonder. Have you seen any strangers in this part of the country lately?
No.
How well do you know the people in your household? That is, I mean, all of them.
Oh, as well as I know myself. They've been with me for years.
Does Mrs. Leeds,
Oh, Senora Leeds, no. She come well recommended. With good letters.
But about a year ago, while your boy was still working for the Mexican Secret Service, he came north across the border. And between the two of us, we tracked down a killer called the Fox. And the Fox had a sister.
Oh, hello.
These flowers are lovely.
Your being here at this time is such a blessing for these poor people.
How is Miss Anita? I haven't seen her lately.
The poor child is heartbroken. But she's sure you'll bring in the man who killed her brother. I do hope you can do something about it.
I don't know. So far, I haven't a single lead to follow. I guess about the only thing to do is to investigate the people that work for Don Carlos. One of them might have had a personal grudge against the colonel.
The colonel might have had enemies in some other part of Mexico. Maybe they trailed him as he rode north.
That's an idea to work on. You know, sometimes you women have funny hunches at that.
We women call it intuition. If I can help you in any way, Mr. Cassidy, I'll be glad to do so.
I might call on you at that. I like the way you figure things out.
You can depend on me if you need me.
Thanks. Maybe between the two of us, we can figure a way to get a rope around the neck of the man that killed the colonel.
I'll do all that I can.
I'd bet on that.
And, if you'll excuse me now, I think I'll go and see how Anita is.
Now then, Senor Cassidy, that you have spoken with the Senora Leeds, are you not convinced that she had nothing to do with the killing of my son?
I'm not convinced one way or the other yet. But I've got a hunch that she knows more about this than any of us.
Well, then let's go and make a talk.
Just a minute. He promised to let me handle this my way. Now, she is the Fox's sister, and he's hiding around here someplace. You'd only be sending him a warning if you started anything with her.
I'm beginning to see where you are right. But how then do you expect to track down the Fox? In this country, it is almost impossible.
I know that. That's why I've got to play a waiting game and watch every move she makes. And if my guess isn't too far wrong, sooner or later, she'll play me right into the hands of the Fox.
I've kept a lookout across from the ranch for the last 4 days, and nobody's left the place.
But I got back. Watch 10 days if you must. Something will happen.
Say, you don't think this sister of yours has slipped up in some way?
Slip up. Janet?
Maybe she's sweet on him.
She's smarter than any of us. You just get back on your horse and keep your eye on the ranch house. When Janet's sure the time's right, you'll get the signal.
Now, my advice is to do like we've always done. Get a bunch together, comb the country, and find out who done it.
But, Wendy, we're playing a different kind of a game this time. Pancho.
Si, senor.
Don't let anybody have a horse without asking me first. That goes for everybody. Understand?
Si, senor.
Of course, he means everybody but me, Pancho.
Yeah, and me.
That goes for everybody.
Muy bien.
Especially you two.
Since when can I take a horse without asking somebody if I can?
Since right now. How do we know but what the man that got the colonel is still hiding out there in the brush waiting to take a pot shot at us? Now think that over.
Yeah, well, I can take care of myself. I'm afraid of nobody taking a pot shot at me.
Now, let me tell you, Sutton, you young squirt. When Hoppy starts to getting worried about Sutton, it's time for everybody to get worried.
Muchos platos, muchas cacerolas, tortilla. Oh, comida cansada.
Elena, I do not understand this Americano Cassidy. First he tells me no one must have a horse without first telling him. Then tonight he tells me if the Senora Leeds wishes a horse, I should let her have one.
Maybe he wishes to ride with her alone in the moonlight. Perhaps great love comes to him. He thinks I don't see. But all night he stands where he can watch the window of Senora Leeds. Love is so nice, and no one knows more than me.
Maybe so, fat one. But when one is out to revenge the murder of one's friend, love must be forgotten.
Sí, seguro, Panchito, but the love is much better. Bueno, Panchito.
It's all very pleasant having you with me so much. It's not helping your reputation around here, Hoppy.
Maybe I find it more interesting being here with you than running around the country on a wild goose chase.
That's supposed to be a compliment?
You can take it any way you like.
Cassidy is a far better Romeo than he is a hunter of men.
I feel just like a bull in a china closet.
You look more like a lamb doing this.
Don't ever say that to a cattleman.
Oh, I forgot.
Hoppy, I've got something I want to say to you.
Go right ahead and say it.
All right, I will. How much longer are we going to sit around here without doing anything?
What are you trying to say?
Well, just us people on this ranch are talking about it. They say we're quitters. We're laying down on the job.
Yeah, so I've heard. What do they expect me to do? I've done about everything I can.
Well, you could at least be out trying instead of sitting around here talking.
You said your little piece now.
No, I ain't, Hoppy. If you ain't willing to try, I'll see what me and Wendy can do.
Lucky, come here. You'll do nothing of the kind. You're going to stick right with me until I tell you different. We're giving up and heading back for home.
Hoppy, you don't mean that.
I mean just that. That's the trouble with you kids. You never know when you're up against something that's got you beat.
Well, if you think I'm going to stay here...
That's enough. Now get. Kids are so excitable.
Aren't they? They're all alike. Then you don't think it's worthwhile continuing the search? Is that it, Hoppy?
Well, it amounts to about that. I hate to admit it, but I know when I'm beat.
You're not admitting that, are you, Hoppy?
Just like I told Lucky. There's no sense in me sitting around pounding my head up against a blank wall. I might just as well head for home.
Oh, esos Americans made my little hummingbird said. Ah, pobrecita. Los americanos están malos, tan perversos.
The Senor Cassidy doesn't have to...
Rosita. Now you tell me.
The Senor Cassidy does not care whether I sing or whether he finds a man who killed my brother or not.
But the colonel was very fond of Senor Cassidy, and you must not lose the confidence in him.
I'm afraid it's too late.
Marquis. Chiquita. Now, go wash your little face and be a prudy again.
All right, Elena.
And remember, the world was not made for one man alone.
All right. But I'm still afraid it's too late.
Well, maybe we could take a last ride together and talk things over.
I was hoping you'd say something like that. We'll leave right after lunch.
Good.
You know, I think I'll change into my riding clothes now, and then I'll be ready.
All right.
Goodbye.
Get a saddle on your horse, Wendy. They talk about Hoppy if they want to, but they're not going to talk about me. We'll do a little trailing of our own.
Take it easy, son. Hoppy give orders.
Yeah, well, orders are no orders. Just because he's laying down on the job, it's no sign I'm going to.
Oh, he knows what he's doing. He's smarter than we are.
Yeah, well, maybe so. But I never saw a man yet that was so smart that some woman couldn't make a fool out of him.
Well, I hate to admit it, but it looks like you're right for once in your life.
Senor Cassidy! Senor Cassidy!
What is it, Pancho?
Senor Rocky is saddling a horse.
Yeah, well, he's not telling me what to do.
Where do you think you're going?
Out on a pass where they got the colonel, I might be able to pick up a trail.
I got my own reasons for not wanting you to go out there. Why don't you stick with me and play the game my way?
We have seen how you play the game your way, Senor Cassidy. It is fortunate for my family there is one man among you.
That's just what I was thinking.
I don't care what you think, you're not going out there.
Who says I'm not?
I say you're not. Now get off of that horse.
The Senor Cassidy is very brave when it comes to ordering his own men around.
Well, he's not ordering me.
I said you're not going. Now get off of that horse.
Try and make me. You try that again, Hoppy, and I'll knock you down.
I'll get the saddle off of that horse.
For the great Cassidy has made a coward even of you. Well, he can tell everybody else what not to do, but he can't tell me. If there's no one else to find the man who killed my brother, I will do it myself.
Anita, stop!
That's the Gonzales girl.
And that's Cassidy riding after him. What's up?
I don't know yet.
Well, I had to do what I did. You're riding into danger. The man we're looking for is hiding out here somewhere.
Oh, ya perdí mi caballo, ya se va. Es su culpa, señor. If you know all this, why haven't you done something?
Come on, sit down here. Sit down.
Oh, Miss Payne.
Never mind that.
Hurt.
I'm doing the best I can, but I've got to do it my own way.
How? By waiting and making love to the Senora Leeds? If it were you who had been killed, my brother would not sit idly by letting a woman make a fool of him. Oh, I hate you.
I'm not letting your brother down. I got an idea we're going to have the man we're looking for before the day is over.
How? By sitting on the veranda with the Senora Leeds until it is time to leave for your home?
Listen, Anita, I know the way I'm handling this job don't look right to anybody. But the colonel trusted me to do my best. Won't you? Please.
Oh, I do. I want to trust you, but I'm all mixed up. You tell the Senora Leeds one thing and you tell me another.
Well, never mind what I say or what I do. You keep right on trusting me. And don't you say anything to anybody.
You have an idea it was someone at the rancho?
No, we won't find him there. I got an idea he's hiding out someplace around the pass here.
Then why don't you take my father's men and hunt him down?
But he's too smart to be taken that way. He'd only burrow in deeper here and we'd never find him. That's why I got to play a lone hand.
I do trust you. I'm sorry for all those things I said to you, Senor Hoppy. Please forgive me.
Oh, forget it. Now, what did I tell you to remember?
Oh, you told me to forget to say, to say nothing to anybody.
That's right. Come on. Hey, what about your horse?
Oh, he's gone, but he'll come back. I go with you.
Oh, no. ¿Sabe usted?
Oh, es verdad. Vámonos.
I can pick them off without any trouble, Chief. It'd be safer all around. I can't miss from here.
Yes, it would be safer. But there are a few things I want to say to Cassidy before I settle with him. And I won't even the score this way unless I have to.
I told you there's no use riding all over the country for nothing. If I couldn't pick up a trail, it's a sure thing you couldn't.
I will never forgive you for making me come back this way. Never.
You turned that child against you, Hoppy. Why didn't you let her go if she wanted to?
Well, I gave orders that nobody was to do any riding without my permission. And no one's heard me change that order.
Then do you still think that the killer might be hiding nearby?
No, it's not that. It's just that when I give orders, I like to have them obeyed. Now that everybody understands that, they can do all the riding they want, wherever they want.
You always insist on having your own way, Hoppy?
Well, mostly.
You know, I'm beginning to understand why you always accomplish whatever you set out to do.
Thanks. And don't forget we're going riding right after lunch.
I'll be ready whenever you are.
You know, if I had my way, I'd like to go right now.
All right. I'll go get my riding clothes on.
Fine.
Where are you going, Senor Loki?
Back home. You don't think I'm going to stay here and let Hoppy treat me the way he's doing?
Come. Come. We're both the same kind of fools, Lucky, you and I.
What are you doing, siding in with Hoppy now? Well, you can if you want to. I'm through.
Listen to me. You must promise not to tell, but Senor Cassidy is playing a game. I should not tell you this, but I mustn't let you live this way.
What do you mean?
Senor Cassidy told me what he's doing. Now I understand. You see, it's this way.
Gosh, Anita, I feel like a darn fool. I should have known Hoppy was doing the right thing. I'm going with him.
Oh, no. Senor Cassidy says he must go alone.
Yeah, maybe so. But I'm going to keep an eye on him, back him up just in case he needs me.
Oh, there's an old adobe overlooking the pass. We can hide there and watch in case he needs us.
We?
Of course, you and I. I can shoot a gun.
I'd as soon have you back me up as anybody. But supposing Hoppy finds out?
Oh, he need not know. We can sneak into the barn, get the horses, and sneak out the back way. Come on, let's go.
So you think that scarf in the window is a signal, eh?
Yeah. Let us get started, and you follow us. Keep out of sight. If you hear any shooting, come a-running.
You can depend on me, Hoppy.
I know I can, old-timer. That's why I left this part of the job for you.
There's the signal.
Hurry back to the cabin, tell the men to take up their positions. Warn them I want Cassidy taken alive.
You know more about this part of the country than I do. Is there any particular place you like to ride?
You won't think I'm foolish, Hoppy, if I ask you to do something, will you?
Anything you say is all right with me. Go ahead and ask.
If only for appearance sake. I wish you'd have one more look around and see if you can pick up some clue. I don't want the people at the rancho looking down on you. And they think you're giving up too easily.
Well, so long as you feel that way about it, I'm willing. Say, maybe if you'd use some of that intuition stuff you've been telling me about, I might be able to pick up a trail. Where do you suggest I start looking?
Well, you can laugh at woman's intuition if you want to. But if I were you, I'd head south through the pass.
Then it's south through the pass we go. I'm not banking on finding anything, yet maybe you're right. Maybe we will find something.
My saddle cinch seems loose, Hoppy. Will you fix it, please?
Oh, sure.
Hoppy?
Yeah?
Look. That might have made a good hideout for the killer. Did you ever investigate it?
Why, of course not. You don't think anybody'd be fool enough to hide there.
Why not have a look at it now? Perhaps we can pick up some clue.
I'm going to as soon as I take you back to the rancho.
Oh, I'm not afraid of danger. As long as you're with me.
Well, it's not just that. It's, well, it's just that I'm not hankering to get down there. The Fox's sister holding a gun at my back.
Get your hands up. You're clever, Cassidy. Almost as clever as my brother said you were. How did you know I was the Fox's sister?
That ring you're wearing belongs to the wife of a friend of mine whose ranch was raided with a fox a couple of years back.
You never overlook a bet, do you?
Not if I can help it. That's why I didn't chance this thing alone. All right, boys, keep her covered and grab that gun.
Can I put him down now?
All right, Cassidy. You win. What's your next move?
Well, I'm going to take you back to the rancho, then I'm coming back and have a look at that adobe. I feel quite sure that the fox is down there waiting for me.
And I suppose you'll fix it so that I'll spend the rest of my life in a Mexican prison.
Oh, no. I never make war on women.
Then you'll give me a chance?
Well, maybe if you made up your mind to head back north across the border, that is, after everything is settled, I'd be looking the other way.
If you'd been anybody else, Cassidy, Yes. I might have taken a great liking to you. But all your courage and your cleverness won't help you any. Now my brother has a gun aimed at your back.
You wouldn't expect me to fall for the same trick, did you?
This is not a trick, Cassidy. Don't move.
Why didn't you shoot while you had the chance, Fox?
I wanted to be sure you knew it was I who was evening things between us.
Well, now that I know, you might as well get it over with.
It won't be as simple as all that. Once you almost put a rope around my neck, this time I'm going to put one around yours. Janet, get down and take his guns.
I'm looking the other way. You better head for the border. All right, get up on your feet. Take your time, Fox.
I hear the shot, Hoppy, and I come running. So you got him, eh?
Yeah. And look what I got him with.
Well, I'll be doggone if it ain't the fox. I thought they hung you up in Arizona a year ago.
You got away from him, Wendy, but we'll get a rope around his neck this time.
It's better late than never.
Get a rope. He's going back to the ranch.
Yeah, and if he makes one false move, he ain't gonna live to hang.
Get going.
Put down that gun. Cassidy will be heading this way in a minute, and a shot would warn him that something's wrong.
We can watch the pass from that old adobe. Then if anything happens, we can warn Hoppy by shooting.
We'd better leave our horses here. You think you can make it?
You just try and beat me.
We'll grab him when they get down here.
Somebody lives here.
Oh, no, it's just the place for my father's workmen. It's not. What is it?
There's somebody in that brush. Come out of there, you with your hands up.
See, with your hands up. Hey!
Wait a minute. That's neat unlucky.
So you haven't won yet, Cassidy. It's my life against that of Miss Gonzalez and your friend.
Oh, no, it ain't. Come on, Wendy, we gotta help him. And you're coming with him.
Wendy. Oh, I'm all right, Hoppy. Just pinked me a little. Keep on going.
This is another one added to your score. You gotta get that thing tended to. You think you can make it back to the ranch all right?
I ain't worried none about this. I'm going on with you.
You're doing nothing of the kind. You're riding back and warning Don Carter. Now get.
Listen, Hoppy, I don't...
Wendy, you got to do this for me. Get back and tell Don Carlos we need help. Come on. Come on.
Hold it till you get a better shot at Cassidy. You might hit the boss.
Say, how about the old man of the horseback?
make a run for.
Go on, it's one of your own bullets. You ought to like them. Me, Lucky.
Sorry for the way I acted, Hoppy. Now I know why you didn't want me riding out here.
Oh, forget it. We all make mistakes once in a while.
Hoppy, they've got us almost surrounded.
This time, your number's up.
Don't go betting on it.
Get down, Carlos. Don Carlos! Don Carlos!
¿Qué pasa? Está herido, señor.
Oh, Senor Windy, you are wounded.
Never mind me. Cassidy's surrounded in them hills up to the old adobe. Get your men and ride.
Pancho.
Sí, señor.
Call out all the men. Pistolas. Ahora, muchachos, vámonos.
It's just a scratch, I think.
No. Let me face. Blood. Oh, I hit him.
There's no use in telling me, Cassidy. Why don't you give up? You've only 4 shots left. I'm willing to drive a bargain. If you surrender, I promise to let Miss Gonzalez and your friend go safely back to the ranch. And as you already know, I keep my promises.
Keep quiet, you. I'll let you have it.
All right, Fox, it's a deal. Call off your men and I'll untie you.
No, you don't, Hoppy. This time I'm not taking orders from anybody. I'm sticking right with you. You might as well go down fighting.
I know you want to stick with me, Lucky. There's somebody else in on this deal.
I'm staying here with you, Senor Cassidy. Nothing could make me leave you here alone.
It makes everything worthwhile, Anita. But just the same, you're both going back. All right, Fox, tell your men to quit firing.
Hoppy, look!
Hold it, Lucky.
Detrás del cerro, muchachos, todos. Cúbranlos bien. Amárrenlos.
It's all over but the shouting.
It's a good thing I'm all out of shells.
Me too. Hoppy, the fox has a knife!
Cuídenlos, muchachos.
Anita!
Papá. Oh,
¿Qué te pasa?
¿Estás bien? I thought you were a goner then, Hoppy. I thought your gun was empty, too.
No, I learned a long time ago it never pays to fire that last shot unless you have to. That was nice work, Don Carlos. Well, looks like we closed his book once and for all.
I wish to give you my thanks for everything, Senor Cassidy. And you too, senor. You are men.
And we certainly owe Windy a vote of thanks, too. If it hadn't been for him getting through.
Game old cuss never will get through bragging about this. As far as I'm concerned, he can brag all he wants to.
I'm afraid, Senor Lucky, that he may not live long enough to tell of these.
What? Was he hurt that bad?
When we left the rancho, he was more dead than alive, senor.
Lucky, come on.
Please be quiet. In 2-3 weeks, you'll be all right.
Oh, be quiet, nothing. I gotta find out what happened to Hoppy and Lucky.
Oh! Pancho! Nicolás!
Gee, I'm glad to see you. I knowed you'd come through, Hoppy.
You hurt bad, Wendy?
Si, senor. Muy malo.
Oh, I've seen you worse off than this, and you pulled through all right.
Oh, shucks, Hoppy. They call them scratchy wounds? Why, you've seen the time when I was so darn full of lead that didn't dare go in swimming.
Well, Hoppy, as long as he can talk like that, I guess he's worried about him dying.
What's the matter? You disappointed?
Yeah. Kind of hope maybe I wouldn't have to look after you anymore.
You look after me? Why, you young... Just to spite you, I wouldn't die now if it's the last thing I ever do. That's telling him, ain't it, Hoppy?
Yeah, that's telling him, old-timer. But it's going an awful long way to get even with him.